Hey guys, it's Vonks here with another video, and welcome back to another episode of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we went ahead and came here to the southern swamp, and we went over to the Magic Hag shop and freed Kalme, who was lost in the woods and injured. Now that we freed her, she said that she would offer us a free boat cruise here in the Swamp Tourist Center. Now before we do that, I want to really apologize. I actually started recording this episode in 5 minutes and I realized I was only recording commentary. Facepalm. So, I went ahead and reset time, which is why it's only 10 a.m. Instead of 4 p.m. or whatever it was supposed to be. Well, it gives us more time, and I guess that's okay. But one thing I got was this item, and this is something that I can't go back in time to get because it stays when you go back in time. Basically, it's a camera. Take pretty pictures. Simple as that. I'm going to explain how you get it and everything, but you won't actually see the animation of me receiving it, unfortunately. So, the second thing I did was also, oh, before I forget, now that we have this empty bottle, demonstrate we can catch fairies. Here's an example of one of those, so we can just use our bottle to catch the fairy, and it can revive us when we die. When we fall down, we can lose all of our hearts, and it'll revive us. I also hit this owl statue, something I forgot to do in episode 4 when we first came here. And, yeah. By episode 4, I mean 5. This is when we first came here. I have my plan on the wall. That's how I know the exact episode. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and come over to this tourist center. There's a cutscene that I triggered. I hope that me resetting time will reset that as well. I really hope it does. It's not in here though, it's a little later on. Anyway, so we come in here, Kalme's in here.
Oh, thanks for what you did back there, and a special deal just for you, I'll let you take this cruise for free. If you take a nice picture from the boat, take it to that fella over there. Alright, the boat's leaving.
Right, so, the first time she would have just said pretty much the same thing, she would give you the camera. Yeah, it's pretty simple, so we get the camera. I can take pretty pictures, I swear it. I can take pictures. That's a pot over there. Take the picture, save it. That one seems perfect to me. Oh no! Look over here. Look over here. We're gonna delete this picture because look at this. Bam! Waterfall. No. What do you actually want to do? There's two ways that you can. Well, there's two different things you want to take a picture of. Doesn't matter. You can do either one. You can either take a picture of Tingle because ironically that guy over there, the big guy with the weird accent. By weird accent, I mean. I don't know what it was, not that the accent's weird. But anyway, you can take a pic because Tingle is actually his son, ironically. So, or you can also take a picture of the Deku King, which is what we're gonna do because this up here is the Deku Palace, which is where the monkeys wanted us to go to save their brother. Now arriving at Deku Palace. The swamp water is poisonous, so watch it. Please watch your step, disembarking, yes. Yeah, so this purple water will hurt you if you step in it, by the way, so watch out for that. Now you want to come in here as a Deku, because it is a Deku Palace, so there's going to be a lot more available to you. Now this music is awesome. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Now, whenever you go to an area for the first time in Zelda, it usually does that, like, the camera fancy swoop around thing and shows you the area. Didn't do that this time because, like I said, I had already made it to this part. That's the only thing you're going to miss, though, between that and me receiving the camera. Yeah, you're not going to miss anything else. So you'll be fine. This is the Palace of the Deku Kingdom. Only those on official business may enter. That's not what a Deku sounds like, but whatever. I don't know the voice for a Deku, other than, like, squeaky. But you may enter to see the public humiliation of the foolish monkey who angered our king. That's just what I would imagine like a guard, like a royal guard to sound like. That's the reason I'm using that voice. Oh my god. Did you see that? I just cut that sign in half with my hat. That was amazing. Anyway, so we can come in here and talk to the Deku King here. I haven't seen your face before. Are you visiting? Usually I don't allow the likes of you in my royal chamber, but today it's different. We're about to punish the foolish monkey who kidnapped the Deku Princess. He has insulted the royal family. I'll show him what happens when you do that. That foolish monkey is up in that cage. Take a good look at his face. That cage talking about is over here, and there's the monkey. So let's go have a chat with him, see what he says. They keep saying that I kidnapped her. No matter how many times they say it, it's not gonna bring the princess back. If they're not careful, the princess will fall victim to a monster. Please, believe my words. So he's claiming that he didn't take the princess, while all the other Dekus think he did. So, we're gonna go ahead and take a picture of this Deku King. Now, when you take a picture of someone, you want to get as full body as possible, and you want them to be looking at you. So wait until he turns his head down, like that, and then go ahead and take a picture. That one's good. Now, this is the Deku Butler. This is actually a really interesting character, and one of my favorites in this game as well. Now that our beloved princess is missing, the king has been unable to keep his cool. I fear the princess may be caught up in some kind of trouble, just as the monkey claims. But in his current state, the king can't even send troops out to look for her. What are we to do? So right now, he's not really doing much, but later on, we'll find out something very interesting about him, actually. Alright, so here's this monkey here. Was my brother alright? Did you see entrance to cage? We know secret route there. Enter secret route from outer garden entrance. But entrance in tall place, no can reach it. Need bean from bean cellar, live beneath palace garden. Understand my meaning? Yeah. Oh, you smart. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so what you want to do now is, these are the palace gardens, which we are not supposed to be. Well, I was going to read that sign. Basically it says Imperial Inner Palace Garden ahead. You want to come in here. Now, this area should be somewhat familiar to you if you played Ocarina of Time. These Deku guards act very similar to the guards in the Hyrule Castle courtyard. Very similar, actually. Now, if you come here at night, you can actually see their line of sight, which could be very helpful, but it's going to waste some time because it's just about noon on the first day, so we have plenty of time. I don't want to skip tonight just to show that to you, because we can definitely take advantage of the time that we do have. So, there's some rupees over here. I'm actually going to grab these just because I want rupees. Obviously, they're not necessary, though. And if we get caught, nothing terrible happens. They just throw you back to the beginning of the Deku Palace on the outside, so it's a bit counterproductive, but it's nothing too serious. So down here, we have this guy over here.
Well, Chomp Chomp, you're the first visitor I've had in a long time.
It's a creepy voice.
You need any magic beans? They sprout leaves as soon as you water them. That they do. I'll give you one free sample, so try planting it in some soft soil. You can always buy more.
And we got some magic beans.
You can plant them wherever you want, but if you don't water them, their leaves won't grow.
So he gave us one for free, but we're actually gonna buy one more for 10 rupees. And whatever. So, now, even though... Oh, we can't use them as Dekus, by the way. There's certain items that you cannot use as Deku, but only as human. Something I should note. Now, even though we had this fairy, we're gonna, unfortunately, have to use it right now. Because we need our bottle. We're gonna find plenty of Dekus anyway. So we're gonna come over here now. And we can take some of this water. You filled your bottle with spring water. So the sign says, please feel free to take our fresh spring water home with you, Swamp Tour Center. It's weird how the Swamp Tour Center has signs down here under the Deku Palace. I find that a bit strange. So anyway, what you want to do now is take your magic beans, go back to human again, and you want to plant the these spots here are where you put the beans. Now this should be familiar if you played Ocarina of Time. Yeah, the same element in Ocarina of Time. So you do that, and then you can water it with the water that we picked up in our bottle. And it'll turn into this. Now you can actually stand on this and it'll take you places. So over here there's a chest. You can jump over here. And we got 20 rupees. Very nice. So we have one more bean left for what we actually need to do to progress the story, and we're going to go ahead and fill our bottle once again with the spring water. And don't want to climb on that. You go ahead and go out. Now we can go ahead and get caught. I keep saying go ahead. We can get caught by the guards. That's actually a speedrunning tactic because we just want to get thrown out to the beginning anyway. Now what's funny is despite how many times you get caught and thrown out, these guards will continue to let you go in. I told you not to enter any other areas other than the royal chamber. There's a very rare occasion that you're allowed to enter, so do as I say. Follow this hall straight to the royal chamber. Do not enter any other areas whatsoever. We will do just that. Not really, so we're going to come to the left this time. And there is more stuff to do here. This is actually currently optional. I want to make sure these guys don't see me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I forgot what's at the end of this one, so we're gonna kind of experiment with this. This one's slightly more difficult than the last. That's not bad though. Nope, rupees. Normally I wouldn't go for rupees like this, but I desperately need rupees. Yes, there's a piece of heart over here. Okay. Well, hey, that's still important. I almost got caught. There we go, piece of heart. This is number 6, I believe. Now let's get caught. Alright, here we go. So now, instead of going back in there, we're gonna come right and follow these lily pads. Again, this purple water is poisonous, so you cannot swim here. You have to jump on top of the water with a Deku. Once we're over here, we'll kill that Deku Baba. And there's another one of those leaf plant thingies, so we're going to plant our magic beans here. We're gonna water it. There we go. And now we can jump in here. Now this is actually a fairly simple area. Just requires position. If you're not good at the Deku Flower, it may be a bit difficult, but it's not that simple, and it's good practice if you're not good at it. So, there's these feral Deku Scrubs here. You just want to go ahead and shoot them with your snot. They'll shoot Deku Nuts at you. I had to think about that. They shoot Deku Nuts at you, but they shoot it at an arch, so it's much less accurate than your snot. And once you kill them, by the way, the flower that they're in will turn into a flower that you can get in, as you can see. Now I go with saying, as you can see again. Just a couple of pots with magic. Alright. Fair enough. There's some draw distance issues there. I don't know if you saw in that corner. I find this area has several draw distance stuff. There was one earlier when we first came to these platform things, right after the magic bean. I didn't mention it though, but I find it a bit strange. And between the they never fixed it between the N64 version and oh crap, I forgot to kill him. But between the N64 version and the GameCube version and this Wii console version, they didn't fix that, surprisingly. Alright, sorry about that. I got interrupted for a second, and I paused right when I was mid-air on the Deku Flower, and that completely threw me off. So, I'm gonna redo that. I'll just go ahead and resume where I was. Alright, this is more or less where I was. So we're gonna defeat this Deku Scrub. So, like I said, this area isn't too bad. It's much easier than the Deku Playground. Luckily it's not anything too much more difficult as the Deku Playground. There actually is one thing now that I think about it that's kind of close, but I think the Deku Playground is one of the most difficult things you can do with the Deku Flowers, honestly. Alright, so now when we come in here, we'll actually get into the prison cell where this monkey is being held. They keep saying that I kidnapped her. No matter how many times they say it, it's not going to bring the princess back. If they're not careful, the princess may fall into a monster. Why won't they believe what I say? Fine, I get it. Then I shall say nothing more to you. Punish me or do whatever else you might. So what you want to do is take out your ocarina, or your Deku Pipes. Oh, you have them! You do! Just like the princess, Deku Pipes. Those will work great. By the way, who are you? Link just falls down. Whoa, okay, that's not important now. Something, I forgot what he said. I was trying to find out about the poison in the swamp, so I went to Woodfall Temple, above the waterfall. But the temple had become a monster's lair, and the princess was captured by the monster. So if the Deku King thinks I kidnapped the princess, he won't listen to a word I say. Now the princess is in trouble, so I must somehow hurry to the temple and save her. Do you understand my plight? Yup. So then, that means you will go in my place and save the princess? Yep, that's what Link does best. Okay, now I'll teach you the melody that opens the temple. The princess taught it to me. We can't let them hear us, so I'll sing it softly.